rain and iRacing. Every sim racer's favorite combination. But could it really be that bad? Well, that's what we're about to find out. You see, this was my first time racing in the rain, and out of 35 cars, I managed to qualify in 10th, which for me wasn't too bad. The race start went surprisingly smooth for me, as I tried my best just to keep it between the lines, but this was not the case for everyone. You see, normally turn 2 at Spa is taken flat out, meaning that you don't have to lift off the gas, but in the rain, that's a completely different story, one that these 3 cars all learned the hard way. Thankfully, I survived the first few turns, but that's when I realized my biggest mistake. Well, at least one of them. Since I've never raced in the rain before, I've never needed to use my windshield wipers. This meant I had zero way of toggling my wipers on or off, leaving me completely blind due to the amount of water on the racetrack. Because of the lack of visibility and my lack of confidence, I wasn't really planning on racing anyone. I had just planned on letting faster cars by, and hopefully I would gain a couple positions by cars going off and, well, crashing. And after nearly avoiding a crash of my own, my plan seemed to be working flawlessly, as cars were going off left and right. My race was going great so far, and my confidence was rising, maybe a little too much, because while attempting an optimistic move on this Ferrari, I hit a puddle and got into the back of him, but luckily I made sure to straighten him back out. The whole not having windshield wipers thing was really becoming an issue. Whenever I was behind another car, I was completely blind, which was forcing me to slow down. And that same Ferrari that I bumped into earlier, he went for the inside a little bit too late and accidentally spun a car in front. Thankfully, I reacted quickly and nearly avoided the accident. The rain continued to claim its victims, allowing me to gain lots of positions. And look at that, it's our friend in the blue Ferrari again. Lap after lap, my confidence and lap times were greatly improving, but all the crashes due to the rain served as a strong reminder that one wrong input could be race ending. The rain continued to show no mercy, which allowed me to inch my way into P2, and the Porsche's rear-mounted engine was great at providing excellent grip in these terrible conditions. But that's when something interesting happened. You see, normally in this half-hour endurance race, you pit stop once towards the end of the race to top off on fuel. But because of the heavy rain, you spend less time on throttle, meaning if you're smart, you can get away with going the whole race without a pit stop. Key word being smart. No problem, I thought. I'll just lift a little bit before each corner, and boom, problem solved. But that's when I realized that the leader of the race was right in front of me. So I made the responsible sim racing decision and decided to lift and save fuel. Yeah, right, I floored it. Porsches are good on gas, right? And to my surprise, it was working. I was catching the car in front until I realized, for sure, I was not gonna make it with my current fuel situation. So I started doing what I should have done laps before, and began lifting to save fuel. But now this allowed the car behind to catch up quickly. Now I was in danger of losing P2. While saving fuel, I tried my best to defend, and surprisingly, it was working. I was keeping the blue Ferrari behind me. And the good news, this was the last lap. All I had to do now was maintain what I've been doing for this whole entire race and just keep it smooth. Yeah, well, that didn't go to plan, but it wasn't over. I was still on the podium, and all I had to do was drive across the finish line. That's all I had to do. Except, that wasn't going to be easy. The car was running on fumes, and as I watched the gas gauge drop to empty, there was nothing I can do but hope the car's momentum would just be enough to carry me across the line. Thankfully, it made it, allowing me to finish my first ever wet race on the virtual podium. Thank you for watching, and I'm kinda new to this YouTube video thing, but I'm trying to get better. So if you enjoyed, drop a comment or subscribe or something.
Bye.